Hello and welcome to Concho Valley Live. I'm Ashley Cunha. Today's show is going to be full of fun guests and intriguing segments. We'll hear from St. Mary's Parish about their fall festival. Plus, Team Chip Taekwondo is back with more fun events for your kids. And stay tuned for another heart-healthy episode of Savor Food and Life. Plus another Concho Valley Insider about a mysterious hotel in downtown Ballinger. Get ready because Concho Valley Live starts right now. If you've ever been to Ballinger, you may have seen the Old Park Hotel. The building is well over a century old, and one San Angelo couple decided to give this hotel new life. In this episode of Concho Valley Insider, Clint Dooley visits the Old Park Hotel to hear a bit about its long history and the mysteries that lurk in its many rooms.
The Park Hotel in Ballinger is one of the oldest structures in town and has a varied history. This history is the biggest reason Connie and Dan LaFave are the new happy owners.
It's a dream to us. All my life, I've investigated lots of historical places across Texas, very old places. A lot of them seemed out of reach. Never thought we'd be sitting here, the owners of a 140-year-old West Texas hotel. I never fathomed that thought.
The owner before us started telling us about the history of the place and that it possibly was haunted. So for every paranormal investigator, that's their dream, is to be a part of something that has history like that.
The LaFaves are the founders of Graveyard Shift Paranormal and consider the ownership of a place like the Park Hotel to be a dream come true.
We believe that this hotel goes back possibly to the 1860s, maybe even the Civil War. It's one of the oldest buildings here in Ballinger. So this has gone through a lot of transitions. This was at one point, it was a courthouse, I guess while they were building the courthouse. It also served as a meeting point for all the townspeople here. It was also a schoolhouse. It was also a bordello. And there's lots of rooms here that are decorated to that type of a motif, especially downstairs and the room behind me across the building. And what's unique is we are told that there's about 5 or 6 women spirits here from the days when it was a bordello.
Dan is a published author of paranormal studies and has had his own experience in the hotel.
It was myself, my wife, and Dylan Lane, who is the founder of the paranormal team that was here over the weekend. We were standing downstairs midway in the hotel. We were just having a discussion. We weren't talking about the paranormal. I don't even remember what we were talking about. But out of the blue, this woman's voice pops in. And she sounded like she was on top of us. And it sounded like an old woman. And to us, it sounded like she was saying hello.
Connie, who considers herself as a skeptic of the group, has a story of her own.
2 nights ago, I was here by myself for a while. I was completely by myself. As the night started to wind down, there's nobody, not a soul here, and I hear this loud thumping noise on the steel door downstairs. There's nobody down there, and it startled me. I got up to go look, and there was nothing there. So that was my first paranormal experience. But we're hearing voices. We're hearing people walking around. My kids have seen a little boy named Simon, who they call Simon, and they've seen shadows. My daughter. And so both my son and my daughter, just being here, have seen things that are not normal.
Dan and Connie have opened the building up for other investigative teams to study it for themselves and have already had a group come through. That group shared this experience.
There was 3 of them that were here. There was a female and 2 other men. Well, they took all these rooms, and the female actually stayed in this very room that we're in right now, which we call the yellow room. Well, she was in this room, and from what I understand from talking to her and the guys, is that she was sleeping in this bed in the very next room, and in the corner, she thought she saw a moving shadow. And I guess she had the room pretty dark at that point. She said at that point, it started whistling. And it appeared to her that it was a man standing there whistling. So that started unnerving her. And about that moment, one of the guys came out into the hallway behind me and apparently dropped something. And the moment he dropped something, she said another dark shadow darted into the room in clear vision. And literally, she jumped out of bed, said, "I've had enough of this room," and went and slept with one of the other investigators in the pink room.
So, to have an opportunity to have your own personal paranormal experience, or just have a peek at some West Texas history, go visit the Park Hotel in Ballinger. For your Concho Valley Insider, this is Clint Dooley.